Hi, my name is Irfan and I'm going to present on the history of the company. So Petroleum National Berhad or Petronas has been established in 1974 and is wholly owned by the government of Malaysia. It is headquartered at the Petronas Twin Towers and in 2005, Petronas has 103 wholly owned subsidiaries, 19 partly owned companies and 57 related enterprises. Now Petronas has presence in over 50 countries and is ranked 277th in the Fortune Global 500. Now,
As a goal for a company, a vision statement serves as a guide. Petronas vision is aimed to be a leading oil and gas multinational of choice. Petronas has its own aim in order to achieve its goal and deliver the greatest service possible to its customer. Petronas mission statements are as follows. We are a business entity. Gas infrastructure and utilities is our core business. We operate safely, reliably, and competitively. We optimize the gas value chain to maximize returns for our stakeholders. Value-driven fuel of marketing with market leadership in Malaysia and to be the brand of first choice. We are committed to delivering quality fuel products and reliable services to our consumer nationwide via our sound network of facilities and business partners. This market leadership is achieved by focusing on value, having in place a high performance driven culture, engineering operational and HSE excellence as well as prudent risk management and corporate governance best practices.
Organizational culture refers to the structure of a company along with its shared beliefs and values. The Petronas cultural belief is to anchor and rally the company toward achieving its organizational goals. The existing Petronas shared values are loyalty, integrity, professionalism, and cohesiveness in business operations are what influence the cultural beliefs. The six cultural beliefs are results matter, own it, focused execution, mutual trust, tell me, and shared success.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Puteri Binti Azmi. I want to talk about goal and objective of Petronas. A goal for business can be defined as a goal that a business anticipates accomplishing in a set period of time. Petronas aims to provide a sustainable energy solution that power progress. Their commitment is to run and build their business in a way that benefits society and the environment. Petronas also create a goal for every sustainable lens, which is first is value creation. Petronas seeks to create a long-term corporate value via responsible investing. The second is a decrease in environmental impact cooperatively, migrating to a lower carbon energy option and using a new operation and technology. A third is Petronas wants to develop a constructive alliance with the communities by operate by a safeguarding and contributing value to the well-being of its worker, partners, and society. And lastly is a responsible governance. They aim to safeguard the organization commitment through upholding strong governance mechanism and ethical business practice. Here's the objective of Petronas. First is they want to actively participate in petroleum resource exploration for the welfare of the people. Second, Petronas want to achieve a complete operational and technical expertise in the shortest potential period. And the third, they want to produce an appropriate level of production to satisfy the country's total crude oil and gas output.
for the strength, the first one is strong brand recognition. So people are aware of the brand Petronas because it has been around for a while and have presence in over 50 countries. The second one is high-skilled labor force. So Petronas has made significant investment in the training of its staff, which has allowed it to hire a huge number of motivated and skilled workers. The third is strong distribution and reach. A robust distribution network and a huge number of Petronas outlets in nearly every state ensures that its products are quickly and easily accessible to a vast number of customers. The first one is diverse revenue model. So Petronas Gas has made a number of ventures into other industries other than energy over the years. As a result, the business has been able to diversify its revenue sources beyond the energy industry and oil and gas operation, such as manufacturing, agriculture, education, and many others. Moving on to the weakness, there's high employee turnover and high production costs. As a result of the increased number of employees quitting the job, the company is spending more money on training and development, and a high score of replacing current Petronas gas expertise and increasing operation costs. The third and fourth one is lack of investment in new technologies and low spending in research and development. So Petronas might increase its R&D budget, especially for projects that concentrate on customer service, and Petronas must invest more in technology to standardize the operation across the board. The degree of technological investment presently does not meet the company objective.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul bin Abdul Shukor. Now we move to opportunities. Here are the opportunities for Petronas. This opportunity refer to external factor that could give Petronas a competitive advantage. As more and more opportunities are explored and established, the company will grow. As Petronas start growing because of capitalizing on new opportunities, it will start having better margin because it has entered new segments. With better margin and faster growth, Petronas can easily invest in brand building activities and get a better brand reputation than ever. As the business is growing all around, it achieves economies of scale with fixed costs remaining the same and only variable costs growing. Thus, the reputation and margin keep on increasing. Next is threats. Here are the threats for Petronas. Threats arise when conditions in external environment jeopardize the reliability and profitability of the organization business. They compound the variability when they relate to the weakness. Threats are uncontrollable. When the threats come, uh, the stability and survival can be at stake. Therefore, Petronas need to take precaution steps in order to minimize the threats.
This is the internal factor evaluation IFE matrix. They have 10 strengths. First is a diverse and huge operation. Petronas gain power at a competitive edge over its competitors since it has a total control of the region, oil and natural gas resources. Petronas has strength of a diverse and huge operation. They range from oil and gas exploration and production to refining oil, processing 2023 gas, and running a gas transmission pipeline network, among other things. Second, they were the largest petrochemical producer and seller in South Asia. Third is they sponsor education to a Malaysian student. Fourth is that they highly skilled workforce through successful training by invest heavily in staff training and development, resulting in a workforce that not just highly trained but also driven to succeed. Next, they have a strong customer relationship. Petronas have a extraordinarily good customer relationship. One effort that business has always made is to understand all of client oil and gas demand and to provide solution that suit all of those needs. Next, we move to the weakness of Petronas. The first weakness of Petronas is high cost operation. The firm has made substantial investment in two huge projects, which is the 60 ringgit billion refinery and petrochemical integrated development rapid project in Pengerang, Johor. Next weakness of Petronas is their lack of investment in new technologies. Petronas has to invest more in technology to unify procedure across the board, given the company's planned development and varied region. The weighted score for the total strength and weakness is 2.4x.
The EFE metric shows if the company is capable of properly utilizing available opportunity and reducing external threat. Based on the table, the total EFE score for Petronas is 2.84, which indicates that the company's strategies are not properly set up to fully utilize the opportunity and protect against threat. Opportunity that Petronas managed to fully utilize were the increase in the price of crude oil, increased demand for oil and natural gas, and sports sponsorship, to name a few. However, it should be noted that oil is the primary energy source in the world. Modern society is supported by its products, which primarily provide energy to the power industry, heat homes, and fuel for cars and aeroplanes to transport cargo and people throughout the globe. It is safe to say that the demand will never drop drastically. On the other hand, threats Petronas managed to somehow protect against fully with the commodity price risk that can cause significant negative changes, exposure to foreign currency fluctuations, and increased cost of compliance, to name a few. These threats can result in severe and detrimental changes in Petronas' profitability and possible losses.
For a competitive profile metric, CPM metric, Petronas have two competitors, which is a PetroChina and Shell. The first competitive advantage that Petronas has is advertising. Petronas always make sure to always stay in their customers' mind by creating impactful advertising. The Malaysia Grand Prix is an important event in which Petronas actively promote in the race. Next, for PetroChina, in order to increase sale quality, they alter our marketing plan in a timely manner, respond to the market development, and establish unique, precise marketing strategies by location, product variety, time period, and client type. Next, for the second competitor is Shell. Song of Shell is one-of-a-kind advertising campaign in which Shell have used music in visual and oral communication, including collaboration with the well-known singer and composer, to promote the value of the brand. It can see that the Petronas have been the highest of a CPM, which is a 3.55 compared to the other competitors. There are three problems that faced by Petronas. The first problem is the road to sustained oil demand recovery remains fragile and unpredictable. The second problem is the greater asset impairment charge, higher tax code related to the derecognition of deferred tax asset, and a lower oil and gas price expectation. The third is the delay of introduction of an interim mercury removal unit, which is a MRU. Thank you.
Internal and external auspice metrics include financial position, stability position, competitive position, and industry position. The space metric is divided into 4 quadrants. These 4 quadrants are labeled aggressive, conservative, defensive, and competitive. A closer look at the above graph reveals that Petronas belong in the aggressive quadrant of the space matrix. This indicates that Petronas has attained a significant competitive advantage in a sector that is both expanding and maintaining its level of activity. Therefore, Petronas should pursue aggressive initiatives such as market penetration, market development, product development, background integration, forward integration, horizontal integration, as well as diversification that might be related or unrelated. The SWOT matrix have 4 distinct types of strategy, which are SO, WO, ST, and WT. 3 SO strategy were determined based on the highlighted strength and weakness in the SWOT analysis. Petronas should continue put pressure on production and sales across all of different company divisions in order to maintain income. Other than that, Petronas should utilize its presence on social media for marketing purpose and direct customer to its website in order to increase sales. Petronas also can use its advantage which wholly owned by government by negotiation between on other countries. This should be used to get further international exploration contracts. WO strategies are a mix of the firm's opportunities and weakness, in which the strategies that are provided may be utilized to explore possibilities that are not associated with the company. In these strategies, Petronas should raise their basic pay as well as their bonus and other advantage to aspire workers. Besides that, they should increase investment in new technologies. For ST strategies, Petronas should take advantage on their strong financial position to make investment in intellectual property rights. This would assist competing with the growing amount of competition in the industry. Because of their brand names, increasing income may be achieved by advertising items using their establishing brand name. According to the WT strategies, one strategy for Petronas' weakness of higher turnover employee is by offering better salary and increasing the incentive offered to employees. Other than that, Petronas should increase the amount of money it spent on research development in order to better compete with other competitors and improve employee engagement of the quality of the working environment in order to remain talent employees.
The QSPM metric is primarily used to assess several strategy options and identify the most alluring of the available method. The total attractive score of the QSPM metrics for aggressive production and sales is 5.17 compared to 4.35 for new market development. This means that the first strategy is more attractive for Petronas to employ compared to the second strategy. This is because Petronas is capable to diversify its product lines beyond the current three, which are consumer goods, lubricants, and petrochemicals. Apart from that, they can produce more oil barrels per day as there will be more supply to fulfill demand for oil production and exploration are increased in Malaysia. The first strategy Petronas implemented is forward integration. In 2015, Petronas took advantage of the falling of crude prices to source less expensive feedstock. By benefiting from cheaper feedstock, Petronas was able to mitigate the cash flow risk associated with low crude prices thanks to its effective downstream operations and rising consumer demand for refined petroleum and petrochemical products.
So the second strategy is market development through Settle. So Settle is only available in Malaysia, so Petronas should introduce Settle in other countries so that Malaysians who travel outside the country can still use Settle and also gain new customers in other countries. So Petronas can start its strategy by spending through neighboring countries such as Thailand and Indonesia. The third strategy is product development going green technologies. So Petronas shouldn't rely too much on oil and gas to sustain its future and should produce green technologies. Petronas should explore alternative fuels such as turning plastic waste and wastewater into fuels to reduce pollution and environmental damage. Petronas should focus on recycling energy supply technologies in Malaysia by turning garbage into electricity because the country produces a ton of trash daily. With this technology, Petronas might combine with Tenaga Nasional Berhad to diversify its energy industry and improve Malaysia's environment.
Here are the expectations of the new strategies. The first one is product development. A product development strategy have affected strong customer relationship and high level satisfaction. This is because Petronas has introduced new product or improved their existing product. Second is market penetration. It has affected excessive concentration in oil and gas and expand export market. Petronas take advantage of its excessive concentration on their oil and gas industry by using market penetration. And the last one is market development. It has affected new customer on online channel. This implementation helps Petronas to develop a new growth of customers by promote their brand on various channels such as Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That's all from us. Thank you.